Hello, beautiful people. My name is Tobias, and today we're reacting to what is it called? Bloody Paradise by ENHYPEN. Now, if this is the first time you watch me, well, welcome. Hello. If you've watched my ENHYPEN reactions before, I'm just letting you know that things have changed a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna break down the lyrics. We're gonna watch it twice. Okay, but before we do that, I quickly want to talk about something because I haven't even talked about it since the whole thing happened with Heesung or Evan. I'm gonna support everybody. Okay, I'm not gonna hate on everybody. I want to support ENHYPEN. I want to support Evan, Heesung. That's just that's just who I am. I support everybody as long as there's no like malicious bad intent. So I don't really want to see that in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna hide them. I'm gonna delete them because this video is about ENHYPEN, and ENHYPEN are the remaining members. But we're gonna watch this. I am excited. I'm excited. If you've watched my reactions to ENHYPEN, you know that they tend to hit for me. So I'm just excited. It is short, and I don't like that. So we're in a prison. Oh! Okay. Stop, beauty. What's that, Santa Monica? What the hell? 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 They were hot as fuck. And I know that's not the point of the music videos, okay? I'm not trying to objectify them, but they were, objectively speaking, hot AF. And the song is very current. It's very trendy. We are getting a lot of these, like, funky Latin. This sounds Brazilian. I'm not educated, I'm ignorant, I might be entirely wrong, but it has that like Brazilian funk, Latin funk vibe to it. And do I know what this song is about? Absolutely not, which is why we obviously listen to the lyrics, but they look good. They looked good. I am someone that also enjoy autotune when it seems intentional, and it seemed like it was intentional here, like especially in the like it was so refreshing. It's giving me a headache. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, a headache for me is good. That means that I'm like, because I'm not wearing my glasses, I'm paying attention to what the fuck is happening. So I liked it. I want to read the lyrics because I want to understanding a little bit more. So let's do that, shall we? We're gonna read the lyrics. And I know that ENHYPEN is about vampires, so Bloody Paradise, the moonlight, you know, I'm seeing all the things. So I'm gonna try my best to contextualize this song with that idea of vampires in mind. I just want to let you all know I don't know that much about vampires. Okay? So this might be a place where we educate each other. But Jake starts us off by saying, we're going MIA, the moonlight up above, they feel like dominoes to the street stained with blood. So we're going MIA. I don't know what MIA exactly stands for, but it's we're going missing, right? Like you are not to be found. So we're going missing. The moonlight up above. I mean, the moonlight is where vampires exist, right? Because from my understanding, vampires are kind of allergic to the sun. They can't really be there. So the moonlight up above is kind of like setting the stage that this is the environment in which ENHYPEN or vampires are like dominating or like finding comfort, I suppose. They feel like dominoes to the street stained with blood. Huh? They feel like dominoes to the street stained with blood. So, like, I'm gonna take it reverse here for like for you to walk through my brain of how I'm thinking, but I'm actually gonna start with to the street stained with blood. Because from a human perspective, if I see street stained with blood, I will run the fuck away. I will run away, right? But vampires drink blood. So to them, blood is not something bad. Blood is actually the environment that they live in. It is desire, it is good, right? So maybe when they're saying they feel like dominoes to the street stained with blood, maybe we are trying to like invite humans into our space, our vampire space, right? And they're kind of falling like dominoes, like we're seducing one by one. If you watch Spider-Man, Brand New Day, kind of how Jean goes from person to person into the humans, right? Like they kind of fall into the luring of whatever we're luring them into. And the street stained with blood, from a human perspective, is this negative thing. But I think if I would be a vampire, I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to the street stained with blood. Yeah, like that is the go to place. So they're MIA in the human world, but we are present at the centerpiece of the vampire world. Do I feel a little dumb talking about these things? Yeah, because I'm usually like a lyrical person, but I have to draw these things in. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I'm contextualizing it, okay? Jungwon, who by the way is my bias, he has been my bias since the first time I discovered ENHYPEN. Like I'm not kidding. He is precious to me. He says, I know that we're okay. Holding hands where to. No more worries anymore. Red fever coming up. Oh. I mean, I know that we're okay could be interpreting two ways, right? There's obviously a more personal connection to it with everything that ENHYPEN has gone through this year. Not just Evan leaving ENHYPEN, but I think ENHYPEN has had a lens to them from society that if I was in their position, I would be scared. And there is that, right, of like, don't worry, we're together, we're holding hands. But if we keep this vampire-esque narrative, right, maybe he is talking about these humans that we're seducing, right, into our little vampire party, right? We're okay. We're essentially telling them, right, like, okay, you might be scared, girly, right? Because you are seeing the street stains with blood, but don't worry, don't worry. All your worries will disappear as you. And I'm thinking the red fever coming up is maybe transforming from a human to a vampire, right? And I don't know too much. I know that sometimes you bite people to drink their blood, but other times you bite them and they turn into a vampire. So maybe what they're telling these human beings that they're luring is trust the hand that I'm holding with you. I can guide you into this space. And the thing that I'm understanding with like vampires, and if you've watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, they talk about the same thing. But vampires are immortal, right? They live forever should they not get near garlic or sunlight or whatever. But one of the things that happens when you're immortal is that you kind of lose touch with human emotions. And it comes from the fact that you don't have to fear death, right? Like death is there so we experience worry and concern and anxiety. But if you're suddenly immortal, you lose that connection over time, right? Because if you live for 300 years, you've seen everyone you care about who are not a vampire die, right? So that's, I think, what they're saying, like, no more worries anymore, right? Like, once this transformation has happened, you're not gonna be worried anymore. You're not gonna be anxious anymore. And that also sounds pretty inviting, right? I'd be like, okay, the street stained with blood doesn't sound good, but you can get rid of my anxiety. You can get rid of my, you know, it sounds good, even though it's, I don't know if it's good to the end. Okay, so we get to the pre-chorus, and Jay says, red blood stained suit and tie, drive. Heart is reckless, stepping along the long, long boulevard. Sonyu then say, love is spinning when you're by my side. Nikki then says, hotly, watch me take off and fly. Sung-hoon then says, you wanna. Okay, girls, let's slow down. I fear / feel that there's a lot of context clues in this pre-chorus. And because it's 8 a.m. in the freaking morning, I'm not picking any of it up. But let me walk through my thought process, and maybe we're gonna make sense of it. But red blood-stained suit and tie. Okay, I need to separate this. So suit and tie. A suit and tie. I almost always see vampires, like, when I think of vampires, I think of Dracula, right? He's a vampire. They're always wearing suit and tie. Maybe the suit and tie is some kind of disguise to be human, something like that, right? Because a suit and tie, it's professional, it's respectful, it's elegance, right? So, like, that's what they have. But then it's a red blood-stained suit and tie. And red blood-stained, maybe, like, visually what I'm seeing, right, is that a bunch of vampires are wearing a suit, but they're kind of bleeding through with all these blood and stains. Maybe the red blood stained are, like, representing the identity of their vampirism. And if the suit is meant to be kind of like a disguise to be human so people don't know you're a vampire, they're kind of saying, well, our true identity is kind of bleeding through this disguise, but we don't really care because we're gonna keep driving. And driving, I'm interpreting as just, we're just gonna go into the night and do whatever we want. Like, if I was a vampire and I was immortal and every single night I had it to myself, I didn't even have a destination, right? They're not saying drive to the moon. They're not saying drive to New York or Las Vegas or Monaco, right? They're just saying, let's just get out there and do whatever the frick we want. There is no destination. It's just that we own this. Like, I'm getting excited. I'm like, okay, yeah, like, do we have a destination? No. We're just gonna enjoy it. Now we go to heart is reckless. Heart is reckless. Heart is reckless. Heart is reckless. So, do vampires have a heart? Because the heart is wait, I clocked something. Wait. I was just talking about how vampires live forever and they kind of lose their connection to human emotions. But what if heart is reckless is love is reckless? That even though we are, and if I'm remembering correctly, like in ENHYPEN lore, they're not fully vampires. Like, they're in that in between, right? Like, they're both part human, part vampire. I don't remember. But maybe what they're saying, right, is love is reckless because that still exists. Even though we're not supposed to feel human emotions like anxiety, concern, and I already said anxiety, grief, you know, all these bad emotions, love is a feeling that can't be extinguished. Like, it's a feeling that can't go away. Maybe, like, that's one about it. But I'm also thinking, if I was a vampire and I need to bite someone's neck to get the blood is being pumped from the heart. Right? Yeah. It's been a while since I took a biology class, but blood is pumped through the heart. So, like, vampires when they're looking for life, when they're looking for lust, when they're looking for something, they're listening to the heart. So there's that aspect of it as well. And then in Dracula, and Dracula is like the only, no, the Vampire Diaries. Is that what it's called? The heart in the vampires, they correct me if I'm wrong. So vampires' heart does not work, or like it doesn't beat anymore. Like it stops being active, but it's still there, and it's still a vulnerable asset to a vampire, right? Because if I remember someone gets stabbed in the heart and then they die, even though the heart doesn't pulse. All I'm saying is there seems to be a lot of symbolism and idioms and metaphors regarding heart as reckless, and they all kind of consumes into, I just think, this idea that they're feeling a lot. They're feeling a lot of things that they probably shouldn't be feeling, but they are doing it, and they're just stepping forward. And I think the Long Long Boulevard is the same sort of meaning as the drive of, we don't know where we're going. There's no destination. It is the journey, right? That's kind of what they're saying. Love is spinning when you're by my side. And remember, I was just talking about how love is like a human feeling, but we're still having it. Spinning, kind of like vertigo, like it's kind of, it's not a good thing, right? Because you're kind of like, and maybe what they're saying is that when you become a vampire, and y'all, I'm just going with what my brain's saying, okay? So what I'm saying is, right, like human emotions are weaknesses, right? Anxiety makes you stop doing something. And what I'm getting about the whole vampire thing is that you're kind of just going wherever you're going because you are kind of detached from your human emotions. But they're saying that love is kind of in control of where they're going. And I don't think it has to be love like a romantic love. It could also be a friendship love. And they're essentially saying that they're going on this journey having love as part of that. Now, Nikki says, hotly watch me take off and fly. So in the first chorus, we were talking about the fever. Maybe at this point, the fever has gotten worse, and we're like legitly transforming into a vampire. We're going from being, there's a fucking mosquito in my room. No, we're going from being a vampire, or being a human, to being a vampire. And then Sung-hoon kind of says, you want to join us, Gali? You want to join us to the party? Because at the end of the day, we're having a party. That's a takeaway, right? Okay, so the chorus goes, come touch me, party arty, until the sun rises. Us, come touch me, party arty, 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 in our bloody paradise. Okay, so come touch me, party. Sure, you know, we could go down the route of being like, oh, they want to be touched. I don't think that is what we're trying to allude to. I do think there might be a double meaning to kind of weave in, you know, the audience being like, oh, they're so sexual. But I think the come touch me is like an invitation, right? And in vampire lore, from what I remember, at least where I'm from, it's always, right, like you're kind of protected as a human, right? A vampire can't just go up to you and kill you, right? You have to invite them in, right? And once you go through that threshold, you kind of like, well, you're kind of screwed. But they're kind of reversing that, right? They're saying, no, I'm inviting you in. The touch me, and touch me is like so intimate, it's so seductive, right? And they're saying, you as a human, come to our world. I, as the vampire, is not asking to enter your human world, but I'm kind of reversing it. I'm saying, you as a human girl, come into my world, come into that moonlit dark night until the sun rises, right? There is a limitation for what they can do because it's only during the dark. And then the come touch me in our bloody paradise. What I love about bloody paradise right here, and I don't know if I'm gonna make sense, but from my perspective, right, as a human being, just a disclaimer, I'm not a vampire, so I don't know, but a bloody paradise sounds very paradoxical, right? How can you have a paradise that's also bloody, right? Bloody symbolizes pain, suffering, violence, etc. So from a human perspective, a bloody paradise sounds awful, right? Because it's paradoxical. It's a juxtaposition. It doesn't make sense. It's contradictory in of it itself. Now, from a vampire's perspective, right? We already talked about what blood sort of encapsulates for them, right? Life, lust, desire. So now it's not a contradiction anymore. It's an added bonus. A paradise is everything you could ever want. Bloody from a vampire is also everything you could ever want. So it's like a double on double whatever it is that you want to say, right? Like, am I making sense? Like, from us, right, we'd be like, bloody paradise, that doesn't sound that good. But to them, they're like, no, this is heaven. This is paradise. This is a beautiful paradise that encapsulates what we feel and what we need. And I like that. I like that. Can I get invited in? And then the post chorus goes like, woo, fly, yeah, 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 yeah. Do your dance like that. I don't know if there's a deeper meaning like this, but I think it's maybe just like get more into it. Like get deeper into it. Feel it. Describe it. Like, like okay, so the second verse is kind of similar to the first verse, but I think at this point we've already transformed and become the vampire, right? Because we're going MIA, same thing. The music flows. We felt like dominoes taking everything of yours. So the music flows to me, right? It says we're just getting deeper into the night, right? It's not like the DJ is starting up. It's like, no, we are in it. We're all dancing. We're all having fun. And if I remember correctly, the beats get beating at this point, right? So we're getting deeper into the bloody paradise. In fact, we're in the center of it. And I like that we felt like dominoes rather than in the first verse. What the hell is it that they're saying? They felt like dominoes, right? Because we felt like dominoes. Now we're a part of it, right? Before it was the humans and us. Now it's us and them together, right? We are cascading with them, taking everything of yours. Sounds a little scary. Sounds like I accepted the invitation. Now you're gonna consume everything of me. But I choose to think that it is good. Remember this night. Oh, time flows. Love is permanent. The sun is coming up. Okay, so the sun is coming up means the night is ending, right? And we are time bound, right? We can't have fun for the rest of our life because we can only have it during the darkness, right? But Songhoon is saying, remember this night. Remember this night. And I'm kind of thinking time is a really interesting concept for me, and I've thought about it for a long time, right? But it's impermanent to us. But for a vampire, time is, as an immortal, there's so much more time. Like, think about it from like a storage box, right? For a human being, we only have an average of 70 years of time that we can remember. For a vampire, that's endless. So him saying, remember this night, like, it is not just significant, it is the significant moment. Even if you're gonna live until you're 1,000,000 years old, you will have to remember this night. So it better be good. Like, it's not just gonna be we're dancing on the tables. No, we're dancing the night. We're dancing in the sky. Like, I expect climax peaks. You get what I say? Love is permanent. And we go back to what I was talking about, right? Love is a human emotion. But they're saying that as vampires, we feel that and it's permanent. And permanent is forever, right? Because human beings, we can't experience permanency. We can't. We're mortal. We can say that we'll love someone for a lifetime, but that's not permanent. They're saying that because we're immortal, we'll have this feeling of love forever. I like that. I like that. And the sun is coming up. We already talked about it, right? And then we're going MIA. We're leaving the party because the sun's gonna kill us if not so. And then at the end we go, shh, can't control it. Shh, it's a moment. Shh, can't control it. Shh. And this is what I'm feeling, okay? Imagine you're at the party. You're at the party, right? This is me at the party. I'm dancing. Everyone's having fun. Remember, this is the party of a lifetime. So you're not just like this. You're like dancing. You're having fun. You're being like, and then they go, shh. It's almost sunrise. It has to stop. Shh. You have to let it go. It's just a fleeting moment. Shh, don't tell anyone. And you know, I'm there as a vampire, was a human, now I'm a vampire, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna be here forever. And then whoosh, it all goes away. It's sunrise, and I go, what just happened? Because to me, it was just a moment. Now I'm back in the human world, unless they killed me. I don't know if that's possible. But I love that it ends with the shh, right? Because it's kind of like, don't tell. You had this feeling, you're gonna remember it forever, but you can't share it with anybody. Right? You had this glorious time, maybe the best time of your freaking life. Can't tell anybody about it. And that's what's so great. This is also why I love deciphering the lyrics, because now I'm even more excited to rewatch it, right? Because I built this story in my head. Am I right about it? Absolutely, maybe not, but like that's the beauty of art. It's subjective, right? But we are seeing now in the music video, right? The sun is going down, and what does the sun going down mean? That means we're going to have the time of our freaking life. Okay, let's watch it again. And maybe I can justify the song being so long because maybe they're trying to say that fun ain't long. You know, the night doesn't last forever, but 2:14? Are these supposedly the red blood-stained suits? They don't. I thought they were like a prisoner attires. Like dominoes. Oh, wait. Do you all hear those fluctuations in the front? Do you all hear them? What the hell? You hear it? Yeah. Oh. Drive. Okay. Jay, why are you smiling like that? Why are you showing your skin like that? Why are they? They're seductive. Seductive is the word to use. And of course they are. They're vampires. But oh my god. Yo, I'm telling you all, from the first time I listened to this song to now after understanding the lyrics, like top, one of my favorite ENHYPEN songs. What the fuck is happening? Oh, his smile. Jay, I didn't know you had it in you. I'm sorry, and I don't mean that I didn't think he was attractive before, but that goddamn smile, and I'm someone, sexy people, sure. Cute, smiley people, like, I'm gone. Okay, Sunyu, we did not give you justice there. What is that? What is that thing they're doing with their hips and legs? How is he hanging like that? All like nonchalantly, y'all. I can't even do a negative pull-up. I can't even do a pull-up. Their body strength is crazy. So this is also where, like, I think I need to educate myself more on the lore, but them being able to be in the sunlight, I think confirms the fact that I was thinking about earlier, that they are like half human, half vampire. And now he's hiding in the sun, right? And it looks like we're somewhere, I was going to say in the Mediterranean, but it could also be you know, Brazil. I've never been, but it's definitely somewhere not in the US. They are inmates. Dragon Brew. Pinky. And you notice how in the verses, like in between the MIAs, like it's the day and then the chorus is the night. So I like that contrast. Girl, what the fuck is happening? Is that? My man, what are you doing? Why are you doing that to me? That is... I don't know why this... It is not Santa Monica, and the reason I know it's not Santa Monica is that there are buildings on the left side. But it kind of looked like Santa Monica. Maxima. No, it's somewhere where they're speaking Spanish. I apologize. I know I've already watched it twice, but I need to see him touch his butt like that. Like, look! Great job. Great job. Great job. I don't know how... This is what I always say. I don't really know how other people feel about songs that I react to because I don't really check how other people feel about the songs, because to me it doesn't matter how other people either like or don't like the song, because it's all about whether I like it or not. And I don't like to be biased because I'm weak. If I see someone going like, I hate that song, I'll be like, yeah, you're right. But then if someone says, I love that song, I'll be like, yeah, you're right. Like, I'm really weak when it comes to it. So I just tend to not really listen to other people to form my own opinion. This is a great song. This is a great song. It's very them. Maybe it's just like where I am, but it feels very current. It feels very trendy. It is short, but it does make me want to... And I've checked out all of ENHYPEN's albums on my channel, so it's not something that's like new, but I'm excited to listen to the album. I think it's better than Knife. And if you watch my reaction to Knife, it wasn't that I didn't like Knife. It was just like not my type of song. So I'm all here for it. It's a summer bop. I like it. What were your opinion on the song? And I will check out the album. I'm so excited for it. I am a ballad hoe. Do I think there's going to be a ballad on this? No. Which is fine, because I can't expect that from ENHYPEN. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you thought of the song, and I'll see you soon. Bye.